My name is Vonda. I grew up in Madison Park Apartments. That's west side of Baltimore, between Park Avenue and Linden Avenue. It was an apartment dwelling. We were the first black people who moved in Madison Park Apartments when they were freshly done. They had sandboxes, they had security walking around making sure that the children were in the house at 9 o'clock. It was awesome. I had a beautiful upbringing. I had a mom and a dad, and both were working. So I had a pretty good upbringing. Yes, we were the first black family that moved into Madison Park. They had other families, but again, they were Caucasian, mixed type of people. It changed drastically, yes. And it went from Madison Park Apartments to Myrtle Mall. Yeah, it changed drastically. They start covering up the sandboxes, and the security start fondling with the children, and the drugs were brought there. And I don't want to put down our race, but no, anything that's about is bullshit. Once, to me, this is just my thought. This is just what I've experienced. Once a group of us, being blacks, get together, and it just seemed like it goes wrong. Why is it that when brown people get together, things go haywire? Me, myself, I had a mom and I had a dad that was, that brought me up. My mom didn't use drugs. My dad didn't use drugs. I honestly, from my experience, think that parenting has a lot to do with the child growing up, doing and being other than what they're supposed to be. Drugs are the reason why brown people have they make bad choices, they do bad things, their mind is distorted. Drugs, how do I say this? I'm just gonna say it the way I'm gonna say it. Drugs fucked us up. We have not learned to deal with life on life terms without having a crutch. And the drugs are the crutch. Like, I used to get high, you know what I mean? My mom's husband, after my father, molested me. I was scared to talk about it because he said he was gonna fuck with my kids. So I held on to that. And I was introduced with the drugs, and that kind of eased the pain or whatever. You know what I mean? So drugs has a lot to do with while our brown people are going the opposite direction. It makes you give up faith. It makes you give up wanting to do something. I do know for a fact that the drugs were introduced to us brown people so we wouldn't prosper, so we wouldn't go nowhere. Because honestly, anything other than brown are scared. They're scared of us. They're scared of us because we are smart people. We are educated people. We know how to put things together. I can hook you to the sun, and you can get all channels. You heard me? We are very, very intelligent people. You know what I mean? And other than our color, the brown people, they are scared to death of us. Why do you think, like in slavery, they want us to learn how to read? The school I went to, Duke Ellington Primary School, that was inside of Madison Park, over top of the market was called Brown's. And from Duke Ellington, I went to John Eager Howard. And from John Eager Howard, I went to Lamel. And from Lamel, I went to Frederick Douglass. I would say that drugs interrupted what I wanted out of life. I didn't start having sex until I was 18. Didn't have children until I was 23. I have 5 brothers. I'm the baby girl and the only girl, so I'm a spoiled brat. Like I said before, my parents worked. My father worked at Bethlehem Steel for over 50 years. My mom was a bus driver, a bank teller. My mom did all kinds of jobs. And my brothers took care of me. They bathed me. They put the ballies in my hair. And when I was scared to fight, they locked the door on me and made sure I fought. So it's like putting an animal in a cage, and then the animal's trying to pick the lock, so they can get out. And once they get out, they go buck wow. And I ran into weed. And the weed was the start of my growing into the drug world. And that's what hindered me from completing and doing things that what was needed of me to be, you know, self-sufficient, to be financially set for my elder years. And I kind of sort of messed that up with the drug usage. But God has blessed me and has forgiven me, and I have forgiven myself, and I don't have AIDS, HIV. I am so blessed. So I have a chance to get my stuff together. And I am. I'm in the process now. No names given. At the age of 18, I was gonna marry this guy, right? And I had been on airplanes and everything. I was doing the damn thing, baby. Yes, jets, all that, NCO clubs, Missouri, Chicago, Texas. I was doing the damn thing. And the guy that I was gonna marry, his mother was color struck. And when I was getting dressed to go to the little altar thing, and she said that I wasn't dark enough. So we didn't get married. That really blew me. I catch the plane back to here and ran into somebody and explained to them my story. And he was like, here, take this will ease the pain. And got stuck, because I loved it. I loved the way that shit made me feel. It wasn't in love with me, I was in love with it. The weed was at the beginning, like teenage, like 13, that was that. I'm talking about the hard shit that really takes your car, your house, your children, empty your bank account. I'm talking about the hard shit. Smoking that dumbass coke. Yeah. I love the most that dumbass cocaine. And then I fell in love with heroin, right? Which caused me to have a freaking habit. Whereas though I needed to have it. It wasn't about getting high. It was about getting that shit so I can feel normal, so I can eat. so I can bathe, so I can tend to my kids. You know what I mean? Like that. That's what that shit did to me. Thank God that I've never intravenously used it. But that heroin, all of this is gone in my nose. John Hobson said $4,500 for them to pack my nose and fix it. And I was like, shit, give me that $4,500. That's what I was telling my mom. I'll be all right, put some tissue on my nose. Yes, my health issues that came from me using drugs, that the drugs hid, I have now. Again, thank you, God, that I don't have HIV, AIDS, or nothing like that. No gonorrhea, none of that shit. My pussy still pop. I have squamous cell cancer, a 1% chance out of a 100% chance that a black person gets it. I have more white people cells in my skin than black. It comes every 35 to 45 years. Woo, you say I can be me? I was washing myself and it was like a little pin drop on the left side of my vagina lip and I scratched it. So I'm like, maybe it's a hair bump. I got the mirror and all that shit, looking and squeezing and popping and shit. Then, like a couple of weeks later, it had got bigger. So I got the mirror like my mother, like, Ma, look. So the guy that I was messing with, I was like, I know this bitch ain't give me no damn herpes. You feel me? So I had came on my menstrual cycle and it started itching and I found myself doing this, right? Go to the emergency room and they weren't supposed to do the biopsy there, but it was that intense. They took the biopsy and it came back squamous cell cancer. They had to cut off the left side of my vagina lip. I had to learn how to walk. They had tubes in and out my stomach. I had it bad. And this is how, I had it so bad and it was, like I said, I was that just 1% chance out of 100% chance that a black person gets this because white people get it from baking in the sun. I said, I ain't never had my pussy baking in no sun. So I get down, you know what I mean? But come to find out, my grandmother's mom was white and passed it down to me. So now I can't eat yellow onions, brown rice, brown bread, eggs, shrimp, crabs. It's a list on my freaking refrigerator of the stuff that I can't eat. Say I hug somebody and they got something like perfume or oil or something, I break out. I mean, big old, it's just crazy. And the heroin and sniffing the cocaine has taken the bridge thing out of my nose. I got 11 holes in my nose. I can stick a bobby pin straw and pull it out my ear. Stick it in and pull it down out my throat. This is because of the drug usage. The cutting stuff that's inside the drugs. But I was saying about the cancer and the diabetes and stuff. I had had it, but because of my usage of drugs, it covered it up. So when I got clean, all of this shit is hitting me in my head like a baseball bat. You know, everything is popping up. Everything. Oh, you need medication for this, and you need medication for that. And I'm like, well, why didn't you guys take a test or whatever? We did take a test, but the drug hides all of this stuff. So when you get clean, some people, they be clean 2 to 3 years and then all of a sudden they die from high blood pressure or their kidneys fail, or they get a toe cut off, and then next thing you know, it's the whole leg. And it makes you be like, well, God damn, I ain't gonna never stop using drugs, because you know what I mean? I don't want these things to show surface. You feel what I'm saying? It makes you like, should I stop? You know what I mean? I need to keep going. You feel what I'm saying? And I have had a lot of my girlfriends get clean. 2 years later, we put them in the ground. And it makes you think, honestly, should I stop using this shit? And that's crazy, man. The last girlfriend, her son, 6 years old, I saw her 3 months ago. She was happy, fat, her and her son, riding a bus. Last month, I get a phone call. She died. Her son found her. And she had been clean 2 years. And it's really weird. It's like crazy. How does it feel to fall in love with her? It feels supernatural. It's like Beyonce ain't got shit on me. It feels like you can conquer anything. You got the energy. You got the good feeling. You got the good love making. It's a feeling that you can't really describe. You gotta go through that shit yourself. It's like all your problems, everything, they don't even exist. It's like being in love. I can't even freaking describe it. But what is the downside of being in love with drugs? Your skin is messed up. Your thought pattern is messed up. The downside is you lose your house, your car, your kids, your emotions, your morals, your principles, your values. You lose your self-worth. That's the downside. My first memory as a person is I had a canopy bedroom set with strawberry on it. The thing that go over top, blue carpet. I was a little girl. And my mom had made a strawberry cake with all this white ice and stuff on there. And my youngest brother, he badass, used to go in my room and swing off the canopy thing. I'ma tell. You gonna break my bed, you gonna break my bed. Oh girl, get the hell out of here. So he broke the bed. He took his face and said, in the cake. So I couldn't wait for my mom to get home. Mom, he did this to my bed, look at my bed. I ain't do nothing. He had cake all over his face. That's my first memory. My favorite memory is when my youngest brother, my oldest brother, and myself, we were in the living room playing baseball with a sock and the broomstick, right? And my youngest brother hit the sock and broke my mom and my dad's picture. And we cleaned up all the glass and put the picture back up there, and they never found out until a couple years ago. We told them. That's my favorite memory because we got away with something and they didn't know.
Have you ever been to a drug treatment program?
Have I ever been to a drug treatment program? Man, let me tell you. I've been to many. The last one, my brother is client coordinator, and the person that's supposed to help me save my life stole my brand new sneakers that worked there, and I beat the dog shit out of their ass. And they put me out. They wasn't paying for my tennis shoes. They asked me for proof. I give them proof. They say they can't do nothing because they make money. When they made one pair, they made 1,000 more pair. But she didn't have, I got my receipt. She was working. So I just said, okay, all right, and I beat her up. The drug programs help the people who it's made for. You feel me? Like me. NA and all that shit ain't for me. I'm not, they say, oh, you gonna hear your story in NA. I ain't never sucked no dog dick, so when I ain't gonna hear my dick story in there. Everybody, you not gonna hear your story in NA shit. I ain't do with them bitches there, I ain't do with them men. No, you're not. I'm not gonna hear my story in here. No, I'm not. And the programs, how do they help you? It's meant for the people that need that. That's not the type of help that, I have a problem with authority figures first and foremost. And they just don't do nothing for me. I can't do the program. I can't. The programs are not meant for me. NA is not meant for me. The lady says she sucked the dog dick. Miss, that is helping me. I ain't never do that. Everybody's story is not my story. My story is not. No, I can't do that. God, I was able to avoid dying because it wasn't my time. God shielded me. I know a whole bunch of people that got hold up the fentanyl thing and bad stuff. I know a whole bunch of people, over 100 people. Yes, I know over 100 people that got a hold of that stuff. Yeah, and died. Like maybe 30 to 40 people left. And a lot of people over here. Yeah. And a lot in my family. Yeah. And I'm talking about like this past summer. I ain't talking about before. I ain't talking about the winter before, not more the winter. I'm talking about this past year. My plan to stay off the drugs is to keep my faith, number one, and to change the people that I surround myself when I'm doing the drugs. I have to get away from those people. You know what I mean? If I want better, I gotta be around people that's doing better. I can't be around May and Susie and one is sniffing and the other one is pumping and they out here chasing because I'm not that strong. So, therefore, I have to put positive people in my life. The people that's going to school, looking for a job, volunteering. I used to work at Cold Bleu last winter to help keep me in a positive mood, or volunteer, you know what I mean? You have to change people, places, and things until you build up that strength. To build up the strength in you so you can go back and help those people, because you never ever forget where you come from. First of all, I think society views me as being nothing drug addict that's not going anywhere. I view myself as a beautiful young black woman that has had bad experiences, but woke up and shook that shit off, and I'm keeping it moving because I'm doing positive things, baby. That's my view of myself. Fuck society. I think that we have, as a nation, we need to do better. We need to stay out of other countries' business and take care of our country. Let them people do what they need to do for them. We got a lot of homeless people, elderly people that need help. Help us, help yourself first so you can help the next person. You going over there fucking with them people doing dumb shit. Leave them people alone. Do something for us so we can all stand together. Work out the problems that we're having within our own country. Let's work that out. And then, if need be, we can help somebody else. Let's help the homeless people here. Let's help the children that don't have nobody. We gotta build their minds up. We have to help the children are our future. So if you implant morals, principles, values, quality, things that's founded, then they'll be somebody. We gotta start with them, to make our nation better. We gotta teach them. I ain't dreaming no more. I'm making things happen. I am in the process of being my own businesswoman. And I'm gonna put something together. Give me like 60 days. I'm gonna have something together. And I'm gonna put that together and keep it moving. Y'all gonna holler at me. If I ran Baltimore, the first thing I would do is get these people off the street. Give these people something to want to live for. Give these people something to do positive. Let these people know that, look, it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? Show them that somebody does care if they're sleeping on a fucking street and they haven't changed their fucking clothes and haven't had anything to eat. Show them that somebody cares about them. That's what I would do. Get them off the street. I'm a people's person. I love people. I'm sorry for crying, but that's what